This is Free Range with Von Miller, the podcast where I step outside the lines and I take you with me. Each week, we're talking everything, from the biggest stories around the league to the biggest stories off the field. This isn't your average sports podcast. This is game meets culture, locker room meets living room, and no topic is off limits. So if you're into good conversations that ruffle a few feathers, join me every Wednesday and follow Free Range with Von Miller everywhere you get your podcast.
Perhaps the cure for the male loneliness epidemic is piano lessons. This is The Piano.
Did you play as a kid?
Yeah. I can read music, but
Oh, you can read music?
Yeah.
What did you learn with piano?
Piano, and then I also played guitar.
Oh, you played guitar. I didn't know this.
Yeah, but I can't really read music when it goes beyond the bars. I can't do the crazy, that go up, and they have all those lines. That I can't do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or down with all those lines.
Yeah.
But if it's within the lines and a little above, I can read it.
Yeah. I always have to because it's been so long for me. If I see, even if it's in the bars, I'm like, okay, every good boy does fine.
Oh, I do that too.
FACE.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Seen and Heard. This is the podcast all about the sight and sound greatest films of all time list. I'm Greg.
I'm Jackie.
We are on the list this week. This is a film that's new to the Sight and Sound list for this 2022 list that we're working off.
Yeah.
Do you know what number this is?
50.
50, right in the middle of the new list.
Smack dab in the middle.
This is The Piano from Jane Campion. Hey, Jackie.
Hi.
Before we get into the film this week, have you seen anything in this last week?
Well, I rewatched Shiva Baby, which is so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I really liked it, especially the second time around. That was good. And then I did see Die My Love by Lynn Ramsey.
Any extended thoughts on that?
I mean, look, it's I really missed Jennifer Lawrence, and I love Lynn Ramsey.
What do you mean you missed Jennifer Lawrence?
I missed Jennifer Lawrence being Jennifer Lawrence.
What does that mean?
Jennifer Lawrence is really special to me because I was young when she, I went to the Hunger Games at midnight. That was my thing. And I was, I don't know, freshman in high school, maybe. So I've literally, I feel watched her career, and I've been rooting for her ever since I was a kid, essentially. And then when she won her Oscar, I was like, oh my God, this is my movie star. I love her. I always had an affinity towards her. And then she kind of stepped back for a bit. And then
What did she win the Oscar for?
Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, yeah.
But again, it came out when I was so young, and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So I really did miss seeing her in a role that is very taxing and demanding and stuff. So that was good. And I love Robert Pattinson. And I love Sissy Spacek.
Wait, she's in this?
Yes.
I haven't seen her for a while.
Me neither. And so it was nice to see all my old people back.
Yeah. But not good.
I just think that it was a little bit of the same thing for 2 hours. It is what it is.
Yeah. I just nothing fluff, especially after Celine and Julie. I rewatched You've Got Mail, which is such a great fall watch. But then I realized I always associate that as a fall movie, but it kind of
Christmassy.
It's Christmassy and then very springy.
It's all seasons.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it.
Except for summer. I guess it's not
but
really
the
summer.
fall is just so accented, and so isn't that what it starts with?
Starts
don't
in
you
fall.
love New York in the fall?
Yeah. No, it's great. It's the perfect
buffet.
rom-com. Sharpened pencils. Perfect movie. For what it is,
it really
it's perfect.
is a perfect movie.
I don't think there's a rom-com that bests it, just in terms of it knows it's light and fluffy, and it doesn't try to be anything more. And you have two effortlessly charming leads. It's just great. And the music is fantastic, too.
That caviar is a garnish.
It's perfect.
What are you doing? What is that?
Then I've also been watching, again, I'm not a huge TV person, but I've been watching the new Vince Gilligan show, Pluribus. You seen this on Apple TV? It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's kind of his take on The Prisoner, the Patrick McGowan series from the 60s. I like it a lot as a science fiction. As a piece of science fiction, I think it's really interesting. I think only 4 or 5 episodes have aired. as a piece of drama, it leaves a little to be desired. I mean, it's Vince Gilligan, so like it's going to be good, but it's a really good premise. I don't know if you know the premise of the show, but it's a great premise. And as a piece of science fiction, it's really smart and kind of just open-ended. Like they could go anywhere with it. So I'm enjoying it. But yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, should we get into this week's film?
Please.
From 1993, this is Jane Campion's The Piano.
The Piano was released in 1993. It was written and directed by Jane Campion. Cinematography by Stuart Dryburgh. Music by Michael Nyman. The film tells the story of Ada McGrath, a mute Scottish woman in the 1850s who communicates through sign language interpreted by her young daughter Flora, a small notebook necklace, and the music she plays on her piano. Sent to New Zealand for an arranged marriage, she and Flora arrive on a desolate beach. Ada is devastated when her new husband, Alistair Stewart, instructs his Maori servants to leave the piano, claiming it is too difficult to transport. Alistair's neighbor, George Baines, a rugged settler who has embraced Maori culture, acts as interpreter and proposes a trade to Alistair, a piece of his land in exchange for the instrument and piano lessons with Ada. Ada's frustrated but doesn't give up the opportunity to play her piano. Once she arrives at Baines' house, he makes it clear he has no interest in lessons and simply wants to hear her play. He soon offers her a bargain. She may earn the piano back key by key if she allows him to do things while she plays. Ada reluctantly agrees. Their encounters grow increasingly intimate, and though she resists his physical advances, Ada becomes emotionally entangled with Baines, who eventually halts the bargain out of guilt and returns the piano outright. Freed from the coercive structure between them, the two begin a genuine love affair, only for Alistair to spy on them the first time they make love. Alistair bars the doors on their house and boards up the windows. Ada tries to release her sexual frustration by stroking Alistair's body at nights, but she cannot bring herself to let him touch her. When Alistair leaves the house on business, Ada removes a key from her piano and carves a message of love on it for Baines. She asks Flora to deliver it to him, but jealous and confused, Flora instead runs to Alistair and gives it to him. Enraged by the betrayal, Alistair confronts Ada and in a violent fit chops off one of her fingers so she can never play for Baines again. Horrified by his own actions and haunted by what he believes is Ada speaking to him in his mind, he releases her, allowing her and Flora to leave with Baines. As they depart by canoe, Ada instructs the men to throw the piano overboard and watches as a rope entangles her leg, dragging her underwater. For a moment, she seems to accept death, but she ultimately fights free and surfaces, choosing life. The film ends with Ada living with Baines and Flora in a modest town, fitted with a metal finger and learning to speak again. She's haunted by dreams of the piano resting on the ocean floor. The film stars Holly Hunter as Ada McGrath, Anna Paquin as Flora McGrath, Harvey Keitel as Baines, and Sam Neill as Alistair Stewart. The film was shot over 12 weeks on New Zealand's reclusive North Island. The iconic beach is called Karakara Beach, and it's in West Auckland. It was originally titled The Piano Lesson. And speaking of piano and lessons, Isabelle Huppert met with Jane Campion for the role of Ada and even had period-appropriate photos taken of herself, but ultimately the role went to Holly Hunter. And Huppert has said how she regrets not fighting for the role like Holly Hunter did. But Sigourney Weaver was actually Jane Campion's first choice for Ada, which is really interesting.
Did she turn it down?
I don't know. Unclear.
Oh.
And then Jennifer Jason Leigh was also considered a little bit, which I can see, but I mean...
Oh,
anyway.
She could have done it too.
She could have.
Not to take anything away from Holly Hunter, who's amazing.
Oh, don't even get me started. Anna Paquin was chosen from an open casting call, which included 5,000 little girls. The novel, The Story of a New Zealand River, by Jane Mander was an influence on the film. It's about a rich English woman who moves to an isolated timber mill settlement. And Jane Campion, basically, she wrote this script for the piano like years before 1993. So it was always kind of a passion project for her. The story that takes place in the Christmas pageant is a French folktale called Bluebeard about a man who murders his wives. Holly Hunter performed all the piano playing herself. She also worked with a sign language expert who concocted Ada's sign, which is not one specific language, but a mix of American, British, Russian, and indigenous sign languages. Because if you think about it, yeah, it's like, it's something she just made up.
Yeah.
Kind of. And only Flora speaks it with her. Like, or maybe her parents did too. I don't know. Now I'm speculating. Apparently, the underwater piano shot was a practical effect, and Holly Hunter did her own stunt, which is insane because that's like my biggest fear of all time.
Getting pulled
like,
underwater.
You could not pay me anything to do that. But originally, Jane Campion wanted Ada to die in the water, but she was talked out of it by her producer, whose name is Jan Chapman. Which is crazy because that sounds so much like Jane Campion.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I always get so confused when her name pops up in a Jane Campion movie. Anna Paquin won the Oscar for Best Actress in a Supporting Role, and she became the second youngest Oscar winner in history, the first being Tatum O'Neal for Paper Moon. Holly Hunter was also nominated in the supporting category that year for The Firm. So she was nominated that year for Best Lead and Best Supporting. Of course, she took home Best Lead, and Jane Campion won for Screenplay. Jane Campion also became the first woman ever to win the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, and the first filmmaker from New Zealand to win it.
For this?
Yeah. The film was a huge critical and box office success. It became the highest grossing film of all time in New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Until Lord of the Rings.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Until Lord of the Rings. Yeah, those are my specs.
Nice. This is a real favorite. Yeah. Oh, you want me to do it?
First? Who wants to go first? You go first.
Okay, sure. I'll go first.
This is Free Range with Von Miller, the podcast where I step outside the lines and I take you with me. Each week, we're talking everything from the biggest stories around the league to the biggest stories off the field. This isn't your average sports podcast. This is game meets culture, locker room meets living room, and no topic is off limits. So if you're into good conversations that ruffle a few feathers, join me every Wednesday and follow Free Range with Von Miller everywhere you get your podcast.
I believe this is my third time seeing this. I probably first saw it about 10 years ago.
Classic.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I mean, what's there to say about the piano? It's funny because I grew up, this came out when I was a kid, and I kind of remember people talking about it the same way I remember people talking about The English Patient when that came out, being like, "Oh, that's an adult movie. That's a serious movie for adults." And when I finally saw it, because it almost seems like an Oscar baity kind of movie, and it kind of was that because it's like the two Anna Paquin and Holly Hunter both won Oscars. Jane Campion won the Oscar for this
for screenplay.
So it's like it was that awards darling, and I feel like those kinds of movies can go like one of two ways, right? So an actual movie that deserves it, or just like an insufferable piece of awards bait, and this is not that.
Well, Jane Campion said she makes like art movies, but she said like, I want this to be commercial and an art movie. Like,
and you know what? She pulls it off. And there's there's lots of shades of Terrence Malick in here. Even I got a lot of Terrence Malick. Jane Campion. I mostly really like her. I'm not really a fan of Sweetie. I
haven't seen it.
Maybe I need to go back to it. It's very aggressively ugly. But yeah, maybe I just need to see it again. But yeah, I think she does achieve this like crossroads between commerce and art in this. And it goes to show it was this runaway hit. I don't know if it's the 50th greatest film ever made. I wouldn't put it on the top 100 films ever, just because, again, we talk on the show all the time about that's such a coveted, that's only 100 movies, you know? I do think maybe as part of the 2022 list's push to include more women filmmakers and, you know, because obviously like the 2012 list, which is what we started on, I think there was one woman on there. It was Agnes Varda.
Beau Travail.
Oh, Beau Travail. No Agnes Varda. Beau Travail, yes. And then I think Jean Dielman was also on there.
Yeah,
so two women for two films, unless I'm mistaken. So I do appreciate the push here, but as much as I really, really like this movie and think it's pretty much perfect for what it is, I don't know that it's the 50th greatest film ever made. So that's
hard.
Me.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Well, I think I discovered this not discovered, but like there was a time when I was like, okay, I just got to watch like a bunch of movies. And I think it was during my Holly Hunter deep dive. Because I like this deep dive. I think it was like Raising Arizona I saw, and I was like, oh my God, she's the greatest person ever.
Yeah.
And so then I watched Broadcast News and I'm like, ugh, amazing. And then I watched this and I was like, who's this Jane Campion? So I think that's how I came to this movie. Listen, Jane Campion is like one of my favorite filmmakers. Like I think that I'm just so inspired by her. Like truly, truly, like I love her style. I love the stories she tells. I love the way she makes a period piece. Like to me, she's perfected it. And I think this movie is kind of an example. When I first saw it, did sit kind of weird. But of course, that's the point. And I think like I was always like, okay, this is kind of creepy, but it works. Then I showed it to my sister and she hated it.
Really?
Yeah. And just thought it was so wrong. So, but then even then I was like, no, it's still, I'm okay with it. Every time I see it, it's less weird. And this time around, I really, really felt for Baines. Like I think Harvey Keitel's performance is so underrated in this. I really do. And his like quiet transformation and his aching and his longing, and it's like I really felt him this time. Like it's so weird. I just love how emotional this movie is. Like she goes for it. Like I think every frame has emotion, but it's so appropriate for a period piece. Like the emotion's on the sleeve, but only in a way that feels natural for a period piece. Yeah, I love her. I love this movie. I don't know. Like you said, like it's hard. 50's pretty high. 50's pretty high.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the 50th greatest movie is. I think that this is a great, great movie. I'm happy it's on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But let's talk about like, listen, the big thing about this movie is like, okay, is this creepy? Is what he's doing, is what they're doing wrong? Is what Baines is doing and bargaining basically, it's not sex, it's like physical touch for this thing that she really loves. Is that wrong? And to me, listen, I can see where a lot of women come from. I can't speak for all women, but you know, this whole like, you know, labeling this transactional sex thing to romance, is that wrong? Whatever. Again, I can't speak for everyone, but when I watch this movie, I just see it as a really bold statement about female sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of the things she does without Baines, like especially the part where she's like kind of massaging Alistair every night. Like, that's crazy.
Going down to his ass, and then he like gets insecure about it.
So, but let's talk about this kind of elephant in the room, because I know the second we go on Letterboxd, it's all going to be like,
oh God,
oh my God, like this is like,
and you know
so
what?
Wrong.
I can't handle that. I can't handle it. I mean, I get if you watch this movie and that doesn't sit right with you, that's okay. But to be like the moral police about this, and I think it especially helps that a woman made this movie. Like, I think if it was a guy, it might be a little bit different.
Maybe.
But,
and here's my next point, and I'm not trying to excuse him, because that is what he's doing. He's trying to make a transaction of like, can I touch you sexually for you to earn your piano back? That is very true. Or can you take off your clothes, whatever. But this time around, I really noticed and I'm not trying to excuse him, but the Victorian clothing is such that even when he tells her to like lift her skirt,
you don't see anything.
He can't see anything.
Yeah.
He just puts his finger in the little hole in her stockings.
Yes.
Or like when
that's
she
one of my
takes
favorite
off,
images.
I love it so much. Or like when she takes off her jacket / top, she's essentially still in a t-shirt. Like it's not like that. I know it's exposed for standards back then, but I couldn't help this time being like, oh, she's still covered up. Like it's showing how constrained this Victorian, society is, and look how it's displayed in the dress. Even when she's stripping, it's like, oh, we still can't see anything.
Yeah, the costume work in this seems really authentic, and even like her hair is always like pulled so tight and so flat.
Yeah,
and it's like all part of that Victorian image of stifling sort of buttoned up.
And I know that it sounds bad, and I don't want to be insensitive, but it's just like I feel his loneliness, her loneliness, and this strange mystical chemistry they have about them that I'm okay with it.
Of course.
It works for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
All this to say, I think that the transactional sexual component of this, it's not an accident. It's not like she's trying to be like, oh, this is romantic from the get-go. Like, I don't think she's doing that.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be thrown under the rug. There's also the husband aspect of it, the Alistair aspect of it, right? Wherein like he expects sex and affection from her for letting him live in her house, and he exploits like the people that he's essentially colonized in a similar way. Like everything is transactional to him.
Yeah.
And like human emotions are just ignored by him. Like he does not give a fuck. Like they're belittled, and he doesn't understand how people can have feelings and traditions and morals when put against like money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The whole burial ground thing with the Maori people, and
Well, I think in a way, Keitel and Sam Neill are opposite sides of the coin, because they are the same person and they're both kind of colonizers. Although Harvey Keitel has assimilated himself,
exactly.
But the difference too is that one of them takes away from Ada and the other gives to Ada.
Exactly,
like literally takes her finger, whereas Harvey Keitel gives her the piano and the keys.
Literally, and like it's just so telling that Harvey Keitel just takes her to the beach the one time, sees them, hears them play, like is so entranced that he's like, oh, I want to hear this woman play piano. Like,
yeah.
Alistair does not even ask her to play anything until like way later. Like he doesn't even care about hearing her play. In fact, he thinks that she's like mentally ill for playing the table, which is a really funny scene. And yeah, of course, like, okay, the Baines character, yes, he is doing the same thing at the start, maybe. But when he exposes himself to her and he's naked first, yes, literally dick out.
Yeah.
You can't tell me she doesn't want it. Like, you can't tell me she wasn't longing for like physical closeness. I don't know. I don't know.
I never found this creepy. Part of it really is the casting, because Harvey Keitel, I mean, and like you said, he's fantastic in the movie. So is Sam Neill, because that role, super unlikable, but Sam Neill is such a great actor that like he gives the character, like he's not just one shade of bad. Like he's tormented.
Yes, he is the epitome of like this colonialist man who doesn't give a fuck about anyone but himself. And yeah, maybe Baines is the opposite with like his tattoos and his friendship with the people, but the Sam Neill character has that transformation. And I'm not saying, like, even though he is that epitome of that man, he's still multi-layered. Like, and it is I think it's testament to Sam Neill and the direction. And like in the end, that transformation he has is very effective. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, good job, you didn't rape your wife when her eyes were open, but like the way that he is like metaphysically affected by her and hears her voice in his head, like that's a huge jump for this man who thought that she was crazy for playing a table.
Yeah.
Like
it's true.
Amazing.
And I think like the four characters in this movie, Anna Paquin, Holly Hunter, Sam Neill, and Harvey Keitel, the movie could have equally been focused on any of those 4 characters. And you have 4 different movies there, but I think they're all rich enough to sustain like a movie being about that character. Like, because I see another movie where Sam Neill is the lead of the same story.
Yeah.
But back to Harvey Keitel, and it's funny because I don't know if this guy was just getting naked in his 50s, because it's like this comes out right around the same time as Bad Lieutenant, and he's also naked in that, and he's like in his 50s. It's just funny that like in the 50s, everyone's like, take your clothes off, Harvey.
It's really funny.
No, I think the casting of him is so important because even though Harvey Keitel has played degenerates and pimps and all these kinds of characters, there's always a softness to him. And I think this role especially is so delicate where if the wrong person is in that role, he's now a predator. And I think it's like the Harvey Keitel-ness of it all where he doesn't feel dangerous. And he plays the character in this, like a sad, brooding, lustful character. But like, I think the fact that I never found this creepy is their tension is palpable from the beginning. And the fact too that he just wants nothing more than to kiss her and caress. Like he's hungry for her, like in his eyes, the fact that she's come here not thinking about, like she doesn't even really want to be here. It's an arranged marriage with Sam Neill.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
And why is it an arranged marriage? See, I started thinking about that and it's like, okay, this woman has a child out of wedlock. Like, and probably no one in Scotland was going to marry her. This Alistair character probably doesn't even know that she wasn't married to the husband.
He's pretty clueless.
Or not the husband, the father of Flora's father.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't know that. They could probably get away with it because he literally lives on an island and has no way of learning that. Because no way he'd be okay with that if he knew that she wasn't married to Flora's father.
Yeah.
So already it's giving a vibe of like, not that she's a slut, but like, and I'm not slut shaming, that no such thing as that, but a vibe that this is a woman who has loved and has lusted and has acted on her will, like, which there's nothing wrong with that, of course, but in Victorian society there is.
Yeah. Well, and sex is just, it's such a normal part, an essential part of your life. And to assume that she's going to come to this island and she's not into her husband, and it's like, people gotta fuck.
Yeah.
And so I don't,
it's complicated, but I think that Jane Campion acknowledges that with, honestly, the last thing that Ada says, which is about the weird lullaby. Like, it's a weird lullaby, and so it is mine. Like, it's true. This story is a weird story, but I love it for that. I really love it for that.
It's very melodramatic too, and it's very much like a romance novel. Like the same material in worse hands would be very like salacious and cheap.
For sure.
But Jane Campion makes it about so much more.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I think too, just to go back to Keitel one more time, I do love somehow his accent works here. Cause I mean, I love him, but he's so known for his like New York characters.
Pretty good job.
He does a pretty good job. And like, because I love the movie, but Last Temptation of Christ, he plays Judas.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit like, I mean, I'm like glad he's there and everything, but you're like, that's Harvey Keitel from New York in this movie about Jesus. This movie, he feels more at home.
Definitely.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Definitely. And I also love when he's dressed up in his like top hat and plaid pants and his face tattoos. Like he's just so perfect in
There's a gentleness to his eyes. There's a gentle sort of like...
His connection with the Maori people, like he's sitting there, like they're all like, washing their clothes together and they're talking to him, joking about sex. Like they're so open and he's so open with them. And it's just the way that she creates the dichotomy between him and Alistair is just really effortless.
Yeah.
Like, it's super effortless. Because then Alistair sees Flora like kissing a tree and makes her wash them.
Yeah.
Which is so fun. Let's talk about Let's talk about, okay, first of all, Ada, not speaking since she was 6, which is a really interesting, and she even says, like, I don't even know why. Do you have any theory? Like, that's the thing. It could be that something happened and they're just trying to keep it like hush hush. Like, no one ever told her that, like, I don't know.
I love the explanation that Anna Paquin gives about the lightning and like, and also there's that brief animated
really fun, yeah,
thing.
yeah. And that's really fun too about the story. So when you meet Ada, I feel like it's so interesting because she's childlike, but also super stern. Like her with Flora is like they're sisters. Like they're kind of the original Lorelai and Rory Gilmore.
Yeah, kind of.
Because they're like sisters and they're doing is like laughing and talking to each other. And she tells her that story, of course. But I love how even Flora knows that her parents weren't married. She says that story to other people. So they did give me that Gilmore vibe, which is really funny. But
yeah, the not talking thing. I don't know if something happened or if it was just.
But Holly Hunter, I think it may be. I think it can be. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I love that it's like for us to kind of think about. But I just love Holly Hunter so much.
Yeah.
Like, of course, she would win an Oscar for a silent role, where like she would win it for a silent role. She would win it for a role that she talks like 100 miles an hour. Like that is just
Raising
Holly
Arizona.
Hunter. Like she's just so good. She's just a treasure to me.
She's also fearless because she's in Cronenberg's Crash, which
Yes.
is a very dangerous movie.
Yes.
So the fact that she could kind of be this, like, she's Miss Incredible, you know, like.
She has this iron will in like every movie she's in.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's just her character. That's her, I feel like that's her personality of just like, yeah, I'm a strong-willed short woman. And I love it.
She's so good. I wish she was in more stuff now.
I know. I was thinking about it too.
But also, like, that whole stigma. I remember as a kid, especially, like, I haven't seen this actor in a few years. Like, what are they doing? And you're like, people are allowed to, like, not work, you know, as actors.
There's also there isn't great stuff right
No,
now
there's
for her
not.
to be in.
There's not. But I used to take it as like, oh, if someone's not in movies, then they're like failing. And I'm like, no, that's not that at all. It's like you said, there could be no good roles. It could just be, I don't need to work right now. I don't feel the push to do something. I don't know.
But like this Ada, it's really interesting that Jane Campion wanted her to die because that's a completely different, and especially like they pushed this whole thing of like her will is so strong. She's not sure what she's going to do. Like the will just takes her where she goes. And so to then have her want to save her own life, like that's just like a huge difference. It's a different movie. If it ended with her dying, like that's a different movie altogether.
Yeah, I think she made the right choice.
I think she did too. I love the ending.
I don't see that character wanting to die. I think the death in throwing the piano overboard is enough of a death that we don't need her also actually dying.
Definitely. And do you think she did it on purpose? Like she let the rope wrap around her foot. She didn't say anything. Well, she can't
do you
speak.
think so?
I think she literally looks down and then like looks up. Like she doesn't. I think it was intentional.
Huh. Okay.
In fact, I kind of said that in my synopsis.
Right.
I thought it was like.
Okay. I didn't even. I thought it was more like when she looks
An
down at the rope,
accident?
she's just like oh, here we go.
I don't think
Can't do anything about it now. Happens pretty quickly.
No, I thought she wanted to kill herself. That's why she told them to throw the piano overboard.
See, I took it as more as like she's killing a part of herself and the whole chapter of her life that's associated with this piano, which includes her past and Sam Neill and, you know.
Also Baines,
but also
though.
Baines.
Like, it's a different movie. It's no longer a romance, I think, if she kills herself at the end.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that she ends up with Baines and
they seem happy.
A
and
nice
she gives it.
life,
He gives her
looks
a metal finger, and
yeah.
does look like a nice life. Except Flora.
What about her?
Well, let's talk about her. Similar to Rory Gilmore, a huge disappointment.
I mean, yeah, she is responsible for every bad thing that happens in this movie.
literally. But there is something very great about Anna Paquin's performance here. I think that it is one of the great child performances. I don't know if you agree. Because she's
really good.
Unhindered. Like she's just completely free in this.
Yeah.
Like, and it reminds me of like Brooklyn Prince and Florida Project.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just completely uninhibited and she's doing an accent.
Wait.
She's not Scottish.
Oh, right. She's actually from New Zealand, right?
I think so,
Yeah.
but then I think she moved to the U.S. when she was a child after this, and I don't think she has an accent anymore.
Oh, I thought she did have an accent.
Does she still?
I think
might
she
be
might.
wrong. I might be wrong.
She actually doesn't work anymore, I don't think.
She was in The Irishman.
Well, that was years ago. And I think she kind of like, that was an exception because it's Scorsese, but I think she kind of just, actually, I think she might
do the same.
I think she has some health issues, if I remember correctly. And so she's just kind of.
To be honest, if I made a few great, like I would, yeah. If I was Holly Hunter, yeah, I would just.
Well, she probably made her money with Anna Paquin with True Blood and the X-Men movies and stuff. Like she probably doesn't need to. But no, she is great in this. It's a great performance. And Sam Neill's also Kiwi. But I guess he's not doing his New Zealand accent.
What are you talking about? In the movie?
Sam Neill.
Neither's Anna Paquin. She's doing Scottish.
Right. And Sam Neill's doing
British.
Right. Even though he's Kiwi.
Yeah. What's Kiwi?
New Zealand.
Oh. I was like, why does he keep saying Kiwi?
Yeah, New Zealand.
Why is it called Kiwi?
I don't know. And it sounds like derogatory, but it's not.
It's not?
No.
But you know what I love about her is that she's just like any child. She's so capricious and she changes her mind instantly, her feelings instantly, and so effortlessly.
And they're so strong.
Exactly.
She's so
like,
big.
She's like, I want to be in the photograph. Like,
yeah.
It's like she's so big. Or like she gets mad when Ada tells her to do the scales, and then when she hears it's in tune, Ada comes in and does the scales, and Flora gets all mad. She's like, I was supposed to do the scales. Like, it's so good. And then
a reflection on Ada too, the way that Ada raised her, and also just how willfully like independent they are.
Exactly. You know? But you don't see Ada do a lot of mothering.
Right. Well,
they just hang.
Yeah. And I think that's the key, is like the way that Anna Paquin acts is like, that is indicative of how Ada raised her.
Yes. And then I love how in the beginning she goes, I'm not calling him Papa. And then, of course, she starts calling him Papa, but it's not even a moment. And what's good about it and why it works is because they don't have the moment where she like looks at him for the first time and says, Papa. You know what I mean? It's just like Papa wouldn't like it, or Papa nail it here. And she's helping him board up the windows. They don't have that one-on-one where he's like, you may call me Papa.
No, I totally agree. And I think that this movie, I mentioned Malick earlier, and actually it reminds me a lot of Days of Heaven.
Me too.
Specifically. Me too. And not just the look of the movie, because Campion does linger on just sort of the wilderness of it all. But also just like in the way that it's cut, where it's like it doesn't make these things crystal clear. It's like you're going to jump ahead. You're going to just assume that this happened. You know, she's treating you like an adult.
Yeah, exactly.
She's not holding your hand.
Exactly. And then I love how Flora is just hiding in Baines' house when she has the finger. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, her breakdown there is really impressive for a child.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, like she's really good.
Yeah.
And then Keitel, he gets upset. He's like in front of that tree, right?
Yeah, that made me really sad.
And he's doing that Harvey Keitel like whimper that he does in like all of his, tough New York movies.
I almost cried. Like, oh, crush his skull. And I'm like,
oh boy. Yeah, it's so good.
It's amazing. Let's talk about this world a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think that just like, it's an incredibly crafted world. Like, I love this jungle so much. And I love how they're like, it's like the little thing. It's the way that they're carried from the canoe to shore so they don't have to get wet. Or like the little girls when it's the Christmas pageant, because it's so muddy. They're being passed around so they don't get dirty in their costumes. Like, it's so good.
The attention to detail is there. Yeah.
The tiny tent they have on the beach. Oh,
yeah.
I love that. I love that. Anything on that beach just blows me away. Like,
it's
really,
beautiful.
It does.
It's stunning.
It really is stunning.
And the geography of it too, like the way that the beach to the house is like this huge trek through all this forest and junk, it's you're going through mud, you're going up hills. It's
like you can't take that piano. And what I like about Alistair when he gets there is like, he's not being nice about it. He's not saying like, don't worry, like we'll get your piano. Like, I want you to be happy, blah, blah, blah. But he's still being polite. Like, and it's so good. But if you think about it, yeah, they couldn't take that piano that time around. But she keeps asking, like, can they come right back for it? And he's not answering her. And he's just like, be prepared for the long journey. Like, it's amazing. Yeah. And you know what the difference is between a good period piece and a bad period piece? Is the village of people surrounding the main characters. If the director cares about those characters and makes them good characters, like entertaining characters, that's usually an indication of a good period piece. Truly. And Jane Campion is so good at this in this film and Bright Star. Oh my God, like just the people surrounding the main characters are like, oh no, she cares about them too. And they're funny and they're entertaining. And
yeah,
it's great. It's great here with those two women. I don't even think, do they work there or they're just like...
Yeah, or they're like related to Sam Neill.
It's so funny.
I thought maybe one of them is his sister or something.
I don't know.
I love the little details she includes, like when she squats to pee.
Love that, exactly.
And she's like, lift up, and they're covering her with a blanket.
Yeah. She's like, higher.
And then it literally shows her puddle of piss afterwards and her kicking dirt into it.
It's so good.
So there's sort of because I think the tendency sometimes is to glamorize these period pieces, and I like that Jane Campion kind of revels in some of the nastier things,
she does,
or like the more practical things.
Which I love. I even love it in Power of the Dog. Like,
yeah.
I think Power of the Dog is great.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
But those women are really funny. And then one of them, I think her name's Nessie, likes Baines. And then like they say he's moving away and she goes, we've had some tears. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's good. It's really good. And then it's just like the whole mood of it is like the blues and the rain and the fake wedding dress, like just for the photo. Mm-hmm. It's not a real dress. They just kind of like tie it over her. Yeah. So I was wondering, like, how could they get married without having a ceremony or anything? How did people do that? Like, they just get married over paper? Like, she's in Scotland, he's in New Zealand? Like, they don't have to have a ceremony? They don't have to have, like, a church thing? Like, they don't...
Who says you have to?
The church? I don't know.
But what's church? I don't know.
But they're, like, in Victorian times.
Legal is legal.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I thought they were religious.
I think you just need a witness. They might have even had the Maori people they could have had a ceremony or something that you just don't see, or I don't know.
No, she says if you can't have a ceremony, at least you'll have a picture.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's why they do it.
Yeah.
And then that's why Flora's like, I want to be in the photograph.
Yeah.
Which is such a kid thing. Like, it's so good. She really is.
Yeah, she really
is good. They're all good. I love this movie.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can tell.
Movie.
I really love this movie.
It's a great movie. Let's talk a little bit about Michael Nyman's score.
Oh, beautiful.
I think that's one of the things that elevates it too, is like, I miss good movie scores. I mean, we have a couple composers
and
now.
The 90s were great.
And I think Michael Nyman, who is mostly known for his collaborations with Peter Greenaway, and his scores for his movies are so like intense. And you hear that here, but there's a playfulness here. And there's also like the longing is in the score, and it's very string heavy. And yeah, I guess I kind of miss when you could like remember a movie's theme, because we don't really do that now.
I know.
And I think like our themes now are bad.
This wasn't nominated for score.
Which is crazy. It just shows you, it goes to show you how well we were doing then, you know.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
All of our giants were still around. Our John Barrys, our Ennio Morricones were around and working. Now they're all dead.
And then I watched Anna Paquin's acceptance. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but her accepting her Oscar. Have you seen that clip?
Yeah.
It's so cute. She can't speak. Like, she's just overwhelmed, and she just says like, thanks Jane, thanks Jan, thanks Holly. Bye. Like, it's
I love it.
But the people in the category with her is Emma Thompson, Winona Ryder, Holly Hunter, who was the third. There was another one that I can't remember.
Was Winona for Age of Innocence?
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's just crazy. Like, wow, to have all of them in one category is We just don't get that.
We don't.
It's crazy.
Well,
I miss the Oscars. I really miss the Oscars. And like Gene Hackman was the one announcing it. Like I love watching old Oscars clips. I really do.
I know. Yeah, it's easy to like glorify the past, but I know there's like probably any Oscars ceremony from the 70s, but in the 70s they're like announcing Best Picture.
And it's like these masterpieces. It's
like everyone is a fucking stone cold classic.
That's
and you're just
awesome.
like, God damn.
That's awesome.
They were doing so well back then.
That's awesome. We had a really good year in 2020, I will say.
Yeah,
it was
2019
Parasite.
was a great year. Yeah.
Well, then the 2020 Oscars, where Parasite won. Do you remember?
Oh, was that that was the 2020?
Yes, because then the world shut down. It was like the one good thing to happen in 2020, and it was like Parasite, Marriage Story, Little Women. All these movies came out that year.
Right.
Jojo Rabbit, which I actually haven't seen since
either.
it came out.
Oh, I've
seen it. But they were all like buzzy, but they were really buzzy movies and they were all really good.
I think we're just this year has been really boring for movies. So I think we're feeling that right now.
And I just miss like when a kid would win an Oscar, like it was like, I didn't see it happen that much, but like they don't even really get nominated anymore. But there was always like one really young person. Like, remember when Haley Steinfeld was nominated for True Grit?
Yeah, but she wasn't that young.
She was like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
But like we don't have, and that was like so fun. I don't know. I know I'm glorifying the past, but I do miss when Oscars were like an actual big deal.
Yeah, I hear you. Sight and sound? What's your favorite sight?
You know, I think it's the last shot on the beach when they're pushing the canoe and it kind of pulls back and it's just this empty beach and you see all of the footprints of the men who are pushing it.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
It's sliding in the sand and it's just gorgeous. Like any shot on that beach, really.
Yeah. That's
What
a
about you?
beautiful image. Mine was almost the scene where Sam Neill is spying on them fucking.
No, we didn't even talk about that.
Well, you know what I love about it too? This movie has a sense of humor. Like he's going down on her and then the dog starts licking Sam Neill's hand.
Hilarious.
And then he even kind of lifts it up and is disgusted and like wipes it on the like there's a couple instances like that of like humor. It's not this like totally bone dry serious movie or anything. That was almost my favorite. But honestly, it's the shot of Holly Hunter and Harvey Keitel at the end settled in their new home, just like kissing. Because the sense of peace and joy, and they're both so just into each other, and you get the sense it's all going to be okay. So that's my favorite sight.
We didn't even talk about we talked about the Christmas pageant a little bit, but that's really impressive too. Sorry, not to like jump off topic.
No, and I'm glad that they included something like that because it adds to the texture.
It was light, and like you said, but also related to your favorite sight. I almost just went with the moment that she comes to his house and he's like, "Go. If you don't care for me, go.
Go.
I love that. He's like, "Go. Come on. Get it." I love that. And then when she slaps him in that classic like and then like falling to the floor. I'm such a sucker for that. I'm such a romantic sucker for that. And she falls to the floor and he falls to the floor and they start kissing and it's like so beautiful and so romantic. And what I love about that is you have that moment which is super romantic and then you have Sam Neill spying on them and there's no music during that part, and that is essentially when we're seeing them undress and like really get into it, and there's no music. He even goes under the floorboards and her button falls on him, and that's not romantic, and that's the only time we actually see them have sex. That's the first and only time they do. And so it's just really interesting to me that the movie goes from this like searing romance to this very real, like, husband is watching. And you're nervous because you're like, oh, fuck, what is he going to do? And then goes back to their lovemaking. And it's also really beautiful. So it's like the tension, the shift in almost like genre there is really impressive.
Not to drudge this up, right? And I hate to do it, but my complaint which I've gotten so much flack for when we did Portrait of a Lady on Fire, was just that movie was tonally the same note for me the whole way through. And I think something like The Piano could very well have been, but Jane Campion finds a way to just, every scene feels a little different and they're all of the same piece, but she plays all these different notes like the keys on the piano. And like she's able to do a lot with it.
She changes the frame rate sometimes, like when she runs into him and he tries to like rape her in the woods. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then, of course, when her finger gets chopped off and she collapses and she smushes into the mud, and it's like, oh my God.
Or when she resurfaces from the water after drowning and it's like the super framey frame rate. Yes.
And so she's doing all of these fun cinematic things, but it's very much one movie.
Yes.
And
that's for me why.
Amazing.
I mean, I think that's the difference. I don't want to but that's why someone like Jane Campion is more talented than like Celine Sciamma. It's just like
What is wrong with you?
They're different movies, but they're both these kind of like almost hushed, very private things that we're witnessing. They're both period. They both kind of deal with like buttoned up women, right? I know they're different movies. I know they're
really different because when I watch Portrait of a Lady on Fire, I don't think that that's what that's about.
Fair.
You know, and that is what this is about. So it's very different.
But there's I just like, I don't know, so few movies, unless you're Jean Dielman, and even Jean Dielman doesn't do this, should be playing the same note the whole fucking movie. And I'm just saying Jane Campion's great at like, this feels like a full feast.
You know what else though? I think it's a style thing. And I think that in the 90s, in basically any time when there was such a thing as a blockbuster that wasn't a superhero movie, these dramas had to have multiple notes and tones and stuff. I feel like nowadays
any movie should.
The reason something, maybe they should, and I agree, but I think the reason it's become a norm is because they know that if you're watching that, you like movies and you don't need the blockbustery like bits of humor. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like
it's just it's
trying to make it for all audiences. But now if you watch a good movie, they know you're interested in a good movie.
I don't know if I buy that argument. I think like a well-balanced movie is important.
I do too, but I'm trying to explain a trend. I think.
You're saying back then they did more fireworks to try to keep people glued to their screens.
Not exactly fireworks, but like, you know, when you watch a kids movie and there's jokes for adults because they know the adults are going to go see it. So it's like they knew people of all different interests are going to see this drama.
Yes.
But now people of all different interests don't go and see dramas. Only people who like dramas.
Right. I see what you're saying. So now they're catering towards the people who are already there.
Almost.
But see, I feel like that's a flaw.
Not that it's a flaw, but it's a trend.
We've talked about on the show how like almost every movie needs at least a little humor. You know, there's just certain things you have to do.
I think there's humor in Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
I'm not saying anyway. I don't want to drag that movie again.
But it's interesting because Celine
Sciamma
Sciamma said she saw Portrait of a Lady on Fire as very deeply inspired by The Piano.
So there you go.
She said it because it opens in the water and the painting that goes overboard. Like, she said it.
The Piano is so much better. It's so much better.
Remains to be.
I love the end of Portrait of a Lady on Fire a lot. But anyway, without, we're not going to talk about that movie.
I love both films very deeply.
I think weirdly in the 2010s and especially in the 2020s, serious adult films took on this monotone quality that I hate. And I don't know where it came from. I don't know where to trace it to. But the whole movie, often, especially in the art house world, are just like the whole movie every scene feels the fucking same, and it all has.
Well, that's what I was trying to explain. I think that might be why. Like, I don't know.
It's to me you've taken a step down.
Maybe. Well, we were talking about favorite songs.
Yeah.
And because we didn't really talk about the sex and we didn't really do that. So I'm glad we did.
I like too that the sex is seen through like slats in the door and stuff. Like she's not putting there's a few shots where they're like together naked. Yeah, you see some
Flora
of it.
sees them cuddling naked first.
Yeah.
And that's why she's kissing the tree.
Yeah. And then Sam Neill sees them.
Because he sees Flora fighting with her, and Flora's like, why can't I come? And she gets so angry, and he goes, where's your mother gone? And she goes, to hell! And then he goes and looks. But I didn't remember that the one and only time they have sex is when he's watching. Because then he's fine. He doesn't say anything. And again, it goes back to how, yes, he is a dick, but he isn't one-dimensional at all because he doesn't even punish her until, like, he knows that there's an emotional connection there because she writes that thing on the key to send to him that says, "You have my heart." That's what triggers him.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, no.
After all that time of him trying to get her to like him and that's another thing when she's getting out her sexual frustration. So she's in bed and she clearly misses Baines and she starts kind of stroking Flora. And it's really like, that's a bold move to have that in there of in her sleep. She's kind of like stroking the baby essentially. Like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And she doesn't, not that she does anything crazy, but it's such a good, like, it's just a very brave way to take us into, no, she has to get this out. And so she's going to go stroke her husband because she has to.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then also that amazing shot of her playing piano in her sleep. And it's in Sam Neill's POV and he has the lantern and Flora's like, she's asleep. And he approaches. Oh,
yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great.
Anyway.
What's your favorite sound?
Okay. It's a Flora line because really, I really love Anna Paquin in this. And this is a line I always remembered and I always thought of. And it's when they go for the first lesson. And here it is.
I hope you scrubbed your hands. Oh, it's in tune.
So yes, of course he has the piano tuned before she comes because that's just the kind of guy he is.
Yeah. He's sensitive.
I know, I really like him. Anyway, I always loved that line of, I hope you've scrubbed your hands and it's in tune. I really love that.
That's
those
so
lines.
good. Yeah, she's so cute.
She's so cute. But she's also so, not wicked, but like she is that little girl who's like really bad, you know?
Yeah. She's mischievous.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. My favorite sound is a piece of score, and it repeats a couple times. There's a couple instances of it in the movie, but it's usually when things are kind of happening. And this is what it sounds like.
Which is so different than the piano, like, you know.
Than the main theme.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I grew up hearing this theme because my mom had a CD, not the one I just played, but the main theme from the movie. My mom had a CD that, like, you know, especially during that era before streaming, what you knew was just like the shit that your parents had.
Yeah.
And she had some pianist or something that played the theme from this movie.
Oh.
So I grew up hearing it, not knowing what it was. And then when I finally saw this movie, I'm like, oh, that's where it's from.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Well, we would normally do Pauline Kael here, but she'd retired at this point. So there's no Pauline Kael.
I think she would really like this movie.
I want to think she would like it. Yeah, I think she would.
I think she would.
But we do have all of our friends at Letterboxd. I have a full 5 stars here, and it says, knowing Campion could not, no matter how right it felt, kill Ada in those final moments is somehow even more special to me than this movie getting the ending it deserved. There's so much kindness and love for her. I'm a sucker for tragedy, but there's nothing this character deserved more than a second chance.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. 3 stars. Harvey Keitel will see a role with full frontal nudity and ask, is anybody else going to play this? And then not wait for an answer.
He was doing some of his, because I think Bad Lieutenant was the year before this. I think that was 92, but just, yeah, some of his best work in that time.
But
like,
I almost love it because it's like his body is not perfect. And he is, like you said, he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how open, and I know people can flip this, but it just goes to show how unhindered he wanted to be with her and how like free and open.
Yeah.
And I know people are going to be like, okay, so men should just expose themselves.
No.
Which is not the same thing.
It's not the same thing at all.
I don't know.
I guess the bravery too as a middle-aged person to get completely naked on film.
He doesn't ask her to get naked first. First, he gets naked.
No, I mean, even just the actor, Harvey Keitel.
For sure.
Yes.
But I'm saying the character gets naked
Yeah.
and then says, I want to slide together naked. Look, I'm already naked. Do you want to or not?
Yeah. You know, the thing about it is that I don't care about consent in movies because it's a fictional story. And if it rubs someone the wrong way, that's totally valid. But I've never been one to apply today's morals to a movie made in the past or a piece of art made in the past, or especially in this case, a period thing. Like, I get someone being uncomfortable watching this. I could not care less. Or it's like when Licorice Pizza came out, like, well, he's 16 and she's like 24. I'm like, I don't care. It's a movie. Like, shut the fuck up. That's how I feel. Like, a filmmaker making this story is not endorsing this. Jane Campion is not saying, hey guys, like, you should Stockholm Syndrome women into like sleeping with you so you can give them the pianos back.
Do you think that's what she's even...
No, it's not. I'm oversimplifying it.
Do you
but
even
I'm just
think
like,
that's what the movie is doing?
No.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not. But just like in the sense that because reading Letterboxd, apparently that's what some people.
Of course.
I read the word Stockholm Syndrome.
Right here,
in
I'm looking at it.
multiple
Half a
reviews.
star. It says, weird that it's seen as such a love story when it's really just a dirty man infiltrating a woman's love for music, borderline, or not even borderline, raping her repeatedly, and then Stockholm Syndroming her into not being able to enjoy the piano again without thinking of him. I don't think that's what happened at all.
Not at all. And I think too, saying it like
he wanted her to keep the piano. He said, I'm not throwing this piano overboard. Like, you need your piano.
Yeah. Also, there's so many different types of, like, I think classifying this as a love story and being like, well, it was weird. I'm like, it's a story.
It is a story.
Like, don't I think the problem is coming at it from this traditional sense. Also, there are way more fucked up love stories than this. Are you kidding? Way more. But it's just like, it's a story about people, first and foremost. And if you can't handle that, that's okay if it makes you uncomfortable. But this review I also pulled up, and it seems a little extreme to me, but sure.
Let's hear it.
No,
that
the one you just read.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, let's hear a good one. 5 stars. Came away from this 35mm screening with 2 things. Number 1, Jane Campion's autograph in my little notepad where I keep my ideas. Crying emoji. Number 2, the knowledge that Harvey Keitel goes down on Holly Hunter in this movie because Harvey Keitel insisted that his character, quote, needs to eat her, end quote.
Oh my God.
And Jane was like, okay.
He would need to. Yes, of course.
Q&A with Jane Campion. That's what this person said.
I have 3.5 stars with a heart. This is trapped in New Zealand. If those are the only 2 choices for men, I'd throw myself in the ocean too. That's fucked up.
They're both cute.
Yeah.
I think they're both cute.
Sam Neill especially. Like, he's a dreamboat.
Yeah, but he does that weird thing with his comb and his hair, and
what is he?
He's pretty unattractive in this, honestly, to me. And I think
so?
he's really hot in Jurassic Park. Like,
Same year.
Really hot.
Same year.
5 stars. Every Jane Campion film I've seen has turned my pussy inside out.
5 stars. Very relatable when she wants to gingerly finger Sam Neill's hole. And then opposite side, 0.5 star. Was the butt stuff necessary? Is Harvey Keitel supposed to be Maori, or does he just have the tattoo for fun? Why was he naked when he was cleaning the piano? Did the writer think that Maori people walk around naked at home? This is the stupidest piece of shit I've ever seen. So rapey.
Oh my God. Listen, it's funny because when I was young and I first saw this, I was a little off-put. I was like, oh, like this is wrong. But each time I've seen it since, and probably because I'm getting older, I'm like, girl, I get you.
Yeah.
I was like, I get you.
Well, you're a sensible adult who enjoys art.
So.
It's not going to get up in arms about a story being weird.
But, and it really is for me, I think the fact that like, even when she quote strips, she's still fully dressed.
Yes. Well, until she fully does strip.
Yes. And I actually love the moment where he like closes in on her neck. It's like the second time she comes over and kisses her.
Oh, yeah.
I love
That's the first time he like touches her,
I
right?
love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. It's really, really great, and it's kind of everything you want from a period piece or anything. This kind of story, it's perfect.
You have to see Bright Star.
I do need to.
Really like it, and it's a great movie to watch like around Christmas time.
I'll check it out.
It's so good and so sad.
Nice, right up my alley. Good and sad.
It's a beautiful film, as is this film.
Well, that's going to do it for the piano. We're going to take the month off because we're doing this new thing where we're a couple months on, 1 month off, couple months on, 1 month off. So we're going to take December off. So I guess we'll see you in the new year. We'll come back in January. So we hope you'll have a great Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. We hope that you have a great month of December, a great new year, and we'll see you in 2026.
Damn.
So in the meantime, hopefully we have enough of a back catalog to satisfy you if you haven't caught up. If you're caught up with the show and haven't heard some of our backlog, it's all there.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for this week and this year. Until next time, I'm Greg.
I'm Jackie.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Seen and Heard is an official podcast of the Arroyo Film Club. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to drop us a line, you can find us on email at hello@seenandheardpod.com or on Instagram @seenandheardpod.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. Like, Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.